Take two.
Yeah.
Yesterday, nxpe EVOS gave the Queens Estes a loss. How about tonight?
I'm glad it's coming out again because, you know, again, going back to that matchup yesterday, it was still great to see. You know, even the championship skin, but unfortunately didn't get the result they wanted. So now they're going to give it another shot here for today.
Yeah, the good news here for Blacklist International with this version 2 of the SS is that unlike nxpe yesterday, nxpe Omega now does not have the insane amount of burst damage that nxpe had in their matchup yesterday. So this might be a little bit more forgiving for the Estes pick, but definitely for most players this will be a difficult Estes game. But this is the signature pick of the Queen.
Renowned worldwide, feared even more. This Estes sees bans most likely where the Queen lays their feet. But tonight against Barangay Omega, we'll see if it'll finally get a victory in Season 10. Look at the black and white. Welcome to game number 2. Match point for Blacklist International. One more step towards reclaiming the crown. The Savage and the Sniper down bottom.
Look where Miko's setting up, right? They're going to be looking for an early pick there if they can get one on the gold lane here to give the advantage to Kelra, right? That's exactly what they want to do here to start the baby steps to taking this to another game. The patience once again on Miko here.
Yeah, it's a chess match. You also see Kelra not dealing a lot of damage. Both gold laners are going for the last hits. They're a pinch. Kelra's just trying to bait out Oheb. Here comes Venus, so it's going to be 2 versus 2 here in the gold lane.
Yeah, they know. Here they go. Oheb going to take quite a bit of damage. Doesn't go down just yet. Forcing the flicker out here is going to be safe for now.
Man, that was very Yelly Hayes-esque what Miko pulled. He stayed in that bush for the first 2 minutes and...
The savior.
The Lord and Savior gold coin crab.
Yep.
Because Miko just tried to go for a very cheeky abyssal arrow, but the crab was like, I got you,
MVP.
No, I love it. Again, that was a... Kudos to Miko for trying to play it, right?
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a great call.
He pulled it and then threw it out, and then the crab went back.
Yeah. The crab is biased. So there we go.
Thou shalt not.
So, you know, already, again, early action here, but nothing converting to a first blood just yet. And look at, once again, the focus here on these the gold laners, because really that is what was highlighted. And the thing about Miko on the Selena pick is he's really going to have to find those picks, right? But again, it's tough because who do you focus on if you're Miko?
There is some pros and cons, but look, Haji gets caught. Gonna live here, but that does mean the Saver's not gonna be part of the turtle take happening already.
Yep, so Turtle gonna be the focus here. Ryzen gonna continue it on, but you know, Blacklist International might just be like, let's just give this one up. We don't really need that first turtle. The rest of the members did have to go heal up, so, and that was the result of an abyssal arrow.
Oh, Wise here in trouble. Oh man, can he get away from this?
Yeah, he should be fine, but the orange buff's gonna be taken here. Edward for the backup. Just bobbing and weaving out of there, but that's going to be the orange buff going in the hands of Smart Omega here.
Early steals.
Aggression.
So far, what's happening here is the past minute. What happened in the past minute, or at least 30 seconds, is a result of what Miko set up down bottom.
Yeah.
He bought so much time for Kelra to be okay and all right, and even mid lane is fine. That whole take up top into the orange steal was set up from the bottom.
Now Blacklist International responded well. Oh My Venus quickly going to the bottom lane to help out Oheb, clear the waves just a little bit faster so that they can chip away that gold lane, a gold tower shield. That's great news for the Beatrix of Blacklist International. And he's rocking his signature sniper.
Yeah, and I think, again, this is if you compare the SS game from yesterday, right, this is a showing here that you're going to have a lot better time where you don't have to worry about 2 assassins with high and dry, and especially like a Natalia running around, right? So you're going to have a little bit of an easier time here this time for the Queen.
Now Omega, see if they are going to call for a more aggressive play here. It seems like Blacklist is the one with a little bit more aggressive positioning in the map, meaning that they do really want to get Oheb out of the gold lane as quickly as possible. Might not happen before minute 5. As you see, Haji and Oh My Venus now have to think about joining the rest of Blacklist again to contest for the second turtle this time around. Second turtle, very important for these players.
So far, the way that Omega has been playing, they have denied Blacklist the ability to make like M2 to join the fight. They can't. They're drawing, they're isolating, and we're about 5 seconds away from the Lord. From the turtle, that is.
Yeah, and I think Ryzen just took that orange again, right? Now the focus here in the bottom, then the mid. Edward going to take quite a bit of damage. Going to focus in with the heavy spin, finds the lockdown on Wise, and now Edward's still alive here. Now Ryzen, the tables have turned as 3 members focusing on Ryzen. He does get taken out here, but kill VJ there as well. Not enough damage, but here comes Miko and Renzio now focusing on Wise. Wise is taken out of the picture as now it's a 1-for-1 trade. Turtle still for the taking here for both teams. Big items being picked up as well.
Neither of them have a retry though.
Yeah, both junglers went down, both marksmen still in their lane. Let's see, I think both Omega right now, the call is, all right, we'll chip away at it because it's going to be Ryzen who come here first. And it looks like it will be going again onto the hands of Omega. Now, Blacklist International, what is your next big play going to be? Because Omega have won the first 2 turtles of the game. This is going to be a big question now for Blacklist heading into the next half, or the next half of our match.
Oh, the Savage is left alone. He's unsupervised, and he's
call.
still forcing
He
the
is
issue.
not scared. I mean, even with the Queen there healing up Oheb, Kelra just showing some aggression here.
Yeah, a little bit more careful though, because it might come back to bite him if he isn't. But I believe he was a little bit more confident because of the information Omega was giving him.
Man, right now.
He knew he was relatively safe.
Yeah.
He's limit testing the young man. Look.
Oh, but he
Couldn't get it.
he's getting close though.
Oh,
Kelra
look at
gonna be
me,
looking for
look
it.
at me.
Oh, pop the heels, but
at
that's
that,
gonna be the
look at that.
stun here. Kill VJ comes in for the backside. There's the heavy spin, but they can't get the lockdown.
No damage.
Taking too much hits from the turret here, and that is too bad for Smart Omega.
A tug of war from these 2 teams. Impressive showing by Blacklist and Omega. Incredible.
Much like that minute 0 arrow from that bush that Miko flubbed, that was a very high concept engage.
Yeah, that connected this time around. Oh man, and you mentioned something earlier, Leo, wherein Blacklist are definitely trying to are doing the right calls and the right attempts to get a little bit more control of this game, but Omega are answering back really, really well.
No, but that's the thing, they're both proactive in their own ways.
Yeah.
I mean, especially Kelra, right, on this 1-1. When typically you see it, I mean, struggle a little bit, right? The 1-1 pick, struggle a little bit here. And even the advantage that Oheb kind of had early on, even in terms of getting a little bit more gold here, you know, that BOD being locked in early, Kelra showed no fear, right? And that's the thing here. And as the game progresses, it's only a 1-to-1 at this point, but at 7 minutes in, things are going to get spicy now, especially that next turtle coming up here.
Final turtle of the game, that is. KLBJ, mind you, the king stole away the dawning light.
Ooh.
And he lets it go, just like that.
Just a little bit of damage onto Wise, but that's going to be a Tom that regens quickly.
Big arrow coming out here on the right target. There's the sustain, though. They can't get Oheb just yet, but they finally find Oheb as he falls. But look at Kelra looking for the setup. Gets the crossbow of Tang out, taking down the Queen. And now he's going to be working on another. Here comes Edward, though. Turtle was secured by Smart Omega, but look at Kelra still going to be alive here. It's a 2-fall for Blacklist International.
Air Savage bottom that turtle and bottom this 1,000 gold lead. They're going to convert into this top lane tier 1, and Blacklist is reeling.
Kudos to Ryzen. He saw what Wise did.
Oh! Point blank!
Right in the
Point blank!
face.
I am you!
You are me! You are me!
Literally!
That is not a new voice line of Valentina. That's just us. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I love what Ryzen did in that turtle fight. He saw what Wise did in game number 1 and said, hey, Wise, you're one of my idols, but I could do what you're doing too. And respect on a young man's name with the Hurricane Dance pin down. That was massive for Omega winning the 3rd turtle fight of the game.
Ryzen made like Wyzen.
Ryzen versus Wise. I fell for it.
Let it go.
Yeah. Okay, so now as we look at the
Great
items.
match, dude! This is a great match!
Is that right? Edward has 2 dominance ices. Let's pretend that's just 1. But yeah, dominance ices on the board for KLBJ and Edward. They do need to build that because of the attack speed that both teams have, and most importantly, the sustain. A 4-man rotation, topside Kelra!
Oh, Oheb's gonna get focused
Air
down here at the
Savage!
bottom of the weave.
No!
He finds the kill, but both gold laners fall here. just a trade for each other. And now it looks like Smart Omega might want to continue to collapse here. Haji trying to recall, get out of dodge. There's the heavy spin, the lockdown. Haji's there as well. He is going to be in trouble, and he falls here. The kill going in the hands of Ryzen. And now in the mid lane, Oh My Venus is going to be in trouble as Renzio grabs a kill for himself.
Sugoi des this match! Ladies and gentlemen, the conviction in the eyes of the young Filipino savage. You could have sworn it was going to be a 1-for-1 and that was it, but no! The rest of his team came barreling within seconds!
Oh, and this Lord now looks open for Omega. Blacklist, I mentioned earlier, you can do your group up plays, but take care of the side lanes. They definitely did that, but Omega were also ready to respond. And now they're going to be getting the Lord without that much of a problem. What will Blacklist do to respond? Well, I'll add a slight spoiler alert. They will hold. You'll see Edward try to cause trouble in other lanes, and they will most likely get through this unscathed.
Man, again, you know, it is only the normal lore, right? So they should be able to handle it quite quickly. Again, you're talking about Oheb here, has great clear himself. And at some point, too, you know, we're only 10 minutes in the game, right? So Xavier, that kind of low cooldown, that burst damage from the Dawning Light is going to shine in about 5 minutes or so further onto the game here. And that's the thing. Oheb, he needs those kills. He needs time to farm up the gold here because he's obviously lacking in that damage department, right? There you go. Lord's going to be made quick work of here.
It's clean the way that Omega have synchronized all the waves. Blacklist is going to lose at least one tier too.
Yeah. That's what I meant earlier by relatively unscathed because of all the pressure that Omega had around the map, it was highly likely Blacklist will lose a turret. But let's see if they can clear this mid lane, because if the second tier goes down, it's not going to be that great for Blacklist. They get to defend. It's going to be a reset for both squads. Great defense for Blacklist, and good call also for Omega not being too eager to force something to happen. They're still respecting the potential comeback capability of Blacklist.
Yeah, this is great for Smart Omega though, right? They've got a good little comfortable gold lead. They've got the space lead on the map here. But what I'm wondering too is, you know, with this, even looking at the total gold, right? Ryzen sitting in a good, comfortable position, but now in the bottom lane could be the next focus here. That tier 1's still there. Edward's gonna be fine.
You see every member of Blacklist when they see kelra, they're like, don't give him that last mark hit. Don't pop the ultimate. Good call by Blacklist now what they're doing though. Going for this turret. Let's see if Renjo can hold it. Oh wow, he is able to.
He can. Spoiler alert, he can.
He can.
No, by hook or by crook, what Blacklist is doing is they're buying back parts of the map. This is unfamiliar territory for Blacklist, at least for this series. They're down about 6K, Renmar.
Yep, and with the items, Oheb only has 2 main ones on him right now, while kelra already has the Wind of Nature. That's the next item Oheb is building right now, but that's why we see Omega positioning the way they are, the way kelra is positioning as well. He knows he has the Wind of Nature. He's happy. He knows he has some time to mitigate the damage that Blacklist can toss out. He just has to really be careful not to get hit by the damage from that Savior. But looking at it right now, it's not going to be a lot. It's only a Clock of Destiny and an Enchanted Talisman for the Savior of Blacklist.
This is crazy too, because, you know, Edward's sitting 0-0-0 on this Benedetta, and I feel like as the game goes on, he is just going to cause pressure.
Agent 0.
Agent 000.
You walk right into
I walked into it.
This is perfect though, because again, this is how Omega played yesterday, and that's how they should be playing. Uncannily disciplined.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wind of Nature picked up now by Oheb, so great news.
Fairer fight, fairer fight.
Fairer fight, but there's a lot more magic damage on the side of Omega. They have a Blade Armor on Ryzen, so it's still going to be tough for Oheb, and hence why Blacklist are positioned this way. They know it's still way too risky, and that was a Hail Mary toss there by Haji. Still a good call. When you're a Savior in that situation, that's the best thing you can hope for. Count it down in your head, try to imagine, and steal the Lord. I've been able to do a few of those myself, and by a few, I mean 1.
He dusts his shoulder off.
A record 1.
Out of 40+ games on a Savior.
Plenty. I'm pretty sure Haji has practiced thousands of times, done it maybe
Definitely
a dozen times. On camera.
Well, that's why he's playing in the MPL. So.
That's why he's a world champion.
There's a world champion.
There you go, right? But, I mean, even in this situation, that was the best call for Blacklist International.
It gives vision as well, right?
Yeah.
They're able to tell like how many of them are committed and which bushes are safe, what resources we can take from our own jungle, and so far the answer is, again, spoiler, none. Blacklist are stuck inside their base at this moment.
Yeah, and I like even the fact that kelvj is taking the Eztez ultimate, right, to kind of match that sustainability here for this next big team fight, because it is going to be crucial, and you know that Blacklist International is going to defend their minds out for this, right? So that's, again, something that is going to play a part here, as now the Lord is going to be marching into the top side of the base. There's the charge, half health here. Ryzen trying to push them back. Heavy spin should be fine. They're happy with grabbing the turret in the top side. They should be able to just continue on here, play it safe. Kelra just poking, bobbing and weaving, looking to try to bait some out here. But Kelra goes in. He fires with the crossbow of Tang. But now the return here. There is the sustain, though, coming out from kelvj. Now Y's going to be the focus now. Ryzen trying to get back here. Edward going in, but that's going to be the kill. Oheb does fall, and Haji. Now Smart Omega takes two, but it's a 1-for-2 trade.
Oh my goodness! The damage mitigation and the healing of Blacklist International was enough to survive the onslaught of the crossbow of Tang of Kelra. And Blacklist lose too, but Oheb and Haji did what they can in the little time that they had in that team fight to take down Ryzen. That's more than enough at this point when you're playing in a desperate defensive position. But Omega are definitely in control. Omega definitely have the items, and they have the idea to end this game.
5 seconds to force this push. Here comes Haji.
Edward actually able to survive there. That looked pretty dicey, but still Blacklist International able to defend their base here at the 15, almost 16-minute mark.
It's a controlled amount of chaos. No one in their right mind would have forced that engage up top, but the Filipino Savage said, I feel I can do it. I feel like I can do it. And they took two on the way out, but eventually it was a wash. Like, neither team capitalized. Yes, they got, what, 2/3 of the life on this mid lane inhibitor, but so far still it's the same story as we've seen about 3 or 4 minutes ago. The map belongs to Omega. What I want to see from them this time around, save themselves from a sweep, is to play like they did yesterday. Discipline, step by step, and right now the play is get this Lord.
Yeah, again, you know, it takes some confidence, man, if that's an understatement of a word here for Kelra, to go in and make a decision like that. And once again, Blacklist International just going to give this Lord up here, and they'd rather defend in their base because they know that their chances are actually better there.
As you so eloquently put, Naisu, they're avoiding all these MBDs, minor bad decisions.
Yes.
And right now, Blacklist are just really waiting for the time Haji has his items, because you're actually looking at a battle of burst magic or a lot more magical damage sources on the side of Omega versus more physical for Blacklist. That's why we saw Omega pop off in the mid-game. By nature, heroes with magic damage, you feel them a lot more come the mid-game.
A lot sooner.
A lot sooner, around minute 7 to 8. And you're still going to feel them into the late game. But now Blacklist, if they can survive another defense, if Haji can build his 4th main item, then Blacklist definitely has a bigger chance of coming back here. But again, Omega have this massive lead where they've built a lot of their defensive items. There's a lot of Athena shields on Ryzen. There's Athena shields on the side of Ryzen and Kelra. They can mitigate that.
Yeah. They're still, I mean, they're clearing the waves perfectly here, right? Juggling everything. Now, both that mid and bottom turret just hanging on here for a life. Now, Lord going to be up in the top lane, marching up here. Blacklist International going to have to defend against this one. Looking for the setup, the angles here. Renzio does go in. Turret at mid is going to go down here. Edward trying to do his best. Y is going to have that sustain here. Looks like Smart Omega might be setting up to take another one. The heavy spin does come out. The Winter Trojans is going to be popped here. Renzio goes in once again. Can they find the setup? The shutdown. kelvj. The king has fallen. And now Blacklist International looking for a setup. The Mystic Field. The setup here from Haji. And now Kelra running for his life. Oheb grabs one himself. And they're falling apart. Double kill for Oheb. Miko running back to base. ace, but 4 fall for Smart Omega.
I just said it! I just said it! If Blacklist can hold, if Haji can get his high tips, and they tick those boxes, they're on the way to getting more pushes in. But Omega will be able to come back quicker than Blacklist wants. Blacklist, can they end it is the biggest question. They will definitely try.
Oh man, the Abyssal Arrow trying to buy some more time here. The
Let's
turret
figure it
does
out.
fall.
He's
Kill
killed.
BJ's up, but he's not going to be able to defend.
That's it.
Blacklist International turns it around, takes the series.
From an MBD in game 1 to a major blunder that causes a disaster in game 2, Omega suffers a sweep, reclaiming the crown 1 series at a time.
Deja vu game 2. Oh, have get those high fives in.
Oh,
Because it happened again for Omega. At the verge of victory, at the verge of forcing a game number 3, somehow,